All right, in this video, we're going to look at the field gun. Now, when we talk about the field gun, we got to talk about a model with the field gun. Today, I've chosen to highlight the Zeiston Hoplite. Hoplites are good models. One, they're APCs, they can carry two squads. But the Zeiston Hoplite is even more versatile in the sense that it can attack all kinds of targets and threaten them too. Got a little shooting range set up here. Zeisen Hoplite down here. And then I've got up here a Visigoth, a King Cobra, a Jaeger infantry, a Titan, and then I've also put a skirmisher here. Right now we'll just focus on regular attacks. So for example, the Zeisen Hoplite shooting at the Visigoth. In this situation, of course, I would use the AP ammo, and I would probably just direct fire. You start with two base dice. Let's say we get a let them have it order, or I'm braced or something. We can easily find a third dice or a third die. Meanwhile, the Visigoth would have two die, and then of course it has a little bit of cover, so it's got three die for cover. Let's take a look at how this would look. All right, so the Red Bull rolled a 4, a 3, and a 2. Its gunnery skill is 4+, so really the only thing this is just a 4. Meanwhile, the Visigoth, it's rolling on 6s. So the 1 and the 2 definitely don't add anything. The 5 is its high die, so this Visigoth has not been hit. Let's do that again, because I want to actually get a hit so we can highlight which ammunition to use against what. Okay, we're gonna keep rolling this for a second. That Visigoth just seems to be on fire. Lots of 6s. I love that. Okay, so the Visigoth didn't roll all that great. And the Hoplite rolled 2 5s. It's got a 4-up skill, so it'd be a 6. The Visigoth is rolling on 6s. Its high die is a 4. The 3 and the 2 don't add to it, so it has a 4. So 6 versus 4. It's an AO or a MOS of 2. Now we get into which ammunition to choose. I mean, normally you choose it before you make the attack, but just to give a little bit of reference, the light field gun does 9 damage. MOS2 adds 2 to it. That makes it 11. But the Visigoth's armor is 12, so this is going to do nothing because it doesn't exceed the armor. But if it were AP, the light field gun in particular has AP3. So it's up to 3 or up to the MOS leading up to 3. So for example, the MOS here was 2. I rolled a 5 and a 5. That's a 6. And the Visigoth rolled a 4. So I beat it by 2. The AP3 means I can get up to AP3 if I had an MOS of 3. I only have an MOS of 2. So the tank takes 2 damage. And then just to emphasize, what would happen if I shoot indirectly? Well, for the tank, it doesn't matter as much. One, I want to use the AP ammunition, not the blast ammunition. If I were using the blast ammunition, what I would do is I would start with 2, get 1 for brace, but then take 1 away for being indirect. Now the blast trait would remove the cover die for the Visigoth. And let's take a look at that. And I'm going to roll these really low and these really high, just to emphasize a strike. So the Visigoth rolls a 2, the Hoplite rolls a 6, beats it by 4, 9 damage weapon, plus 4 makes 13. So the armor of the Visigoth is 12, 13 minus 12 is 1. So I would actually do 1 damage to this, but notice I needed a pretty decent MOS in order to do that. That being said, if I did choose AoE, you can see I dropped a die there. It dropped one of the attack dies, but also dropped one of the defense die. Doesn't mean a whole lot right off the bat. I could list this as the target point, and then everything within 3 inches takes a hit. If I want to list the Visigoth as the target point, I have to, as the primary target of an AoE attack, I have to place it on the center of the model, and of course going out 3 inches doesn't quite reach that King Cobra. But you can kind of see how the AP trait was kind of the thing to use against that Visigoth. Let's move on. Let's move to the King Cobra. The King Cobra has an armor of 9, and the light field gun does 9 damage. With a regular direct attack, start with 2 die, maybe 1 for the let them have it or bracing. And then the King Cobra also has its 3 die. It's got 2 base and then 1 for cover. Let's roll through it. All right. So this is a really good strike for the Red Bull. So the Red Bull's high die is a 6. It's rolling for 4s. The other 2 die exceed that 4, so this turns into an 8. Meanwhile, the poor King Cobra only rolled a 3. It is also rolling on 4s, which is very nice. But 2 of those die do not exceed the 4, so its high die is just a 3. So we basically have a 6, 7, 8 versus 3, MOS of 5. So definitely the AP is not as needed here, which is one of the things that makes the field gun quite nice, is that you can attack things that have higher armor. It's not high armor like the Visigoth. I mean, you can attack the Visigoth, but this is just another little zone that kind of fits this field gun. So this King Cobra being hit with a light field gun that does 9 damage. The MOS is 5, so that takes the 9 damage up to 14. The King Cobra's armor is 9. 9 from 14 is 5. So this King Cobra takes 5 damage total and is actually now crippled. Did I need AP? No, I definitely didn't need AP for this attack, because any MOS would provide damage because it's a 9 damage weapon versus a 9 armor model. Let's take a look at these guys over here. I've got a Jaeger and I've got an infantry team. Now, just a direct shot, I would have 2 die and then maybe 1 more for let them have it or brace. Meanwhile, the Jaeger would have 3 and the infantry would have 2, or I'm sorry, 4, because they have the 2 extra for cover. Now, if I turn this into an indirect attack, I lose a die. But on the other hand, they will also lose 3 die total. So I lose 1 die for their loss of 3 die. Kind of see how the math plays out there. But more importantly, I got this infantry team down to 2 die. So that's 2 versus 2 on the infantry instead of 3 versus 4. And it's 2 versus 2 on the Jaeger. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to use by the way, I'm going to use the AoE attack, and it's going to center on the Jaeger. And of course, everything within 3 inches of the center of that Jaeger becomes the target, so it's pretty far out there. But I definitely got the infantry team. Because it's indirect, and their die canceled out, well, that's not an inspiring roll, but let's see how it goes. Ideally, we can do some damage with this. Not on this one. So the first attack against the Jaeger does nothing. The Jaeger rolls a 6. The high die for the hoplite is a 2. That definitely doesn't win. So we'll move to the secondary target, the infantry team. Now, because it's secondary, I drop 1 die. All right. We've got a 4, and the infantry are rolling on 4s. And no dice. The infantry evade that one. But you can see how I attacked this target with that AoE trait. And of course, we have the Titan over here. It's another little spot where the field gun can kind of shine. Do 2 base die plus a let them have it or a brace. If the Titan is elevated, it'll get an extra die for elevation. And we don't really need AP for this, so this can just be a regular attack, the AE. Nothing really is around it, but yeah, we don't need the AP trait. The Red Bull rolls a 6 and a 4. The 1 doesn't do anything, so that's a 7. And the Titan rolls a 2, so this is a MOS of 5, margin of success of 5. 9 plus 5 is 14 damage. The Titan has 8 armor. So this is 6 damage total. And I believe, yep, the Titan is still up because the Titan has can take up to 8 damage, excuse me. It's got a 4/4 Holland structure. So this is one way to show how all this works with the field gun. How can I maximize these die? Well, we'll take a look at that on the next video.